The Honourable Speaker of Parliament, Turangambale Natuilakau, the Honourable Prime Minister, Honourable Deputy Prime Ministers, the Honourable Leader of Opposition, Honourable Members of Parliament, ladies and gentlemen, Bulabinaka, and a very good morning to you all. Honourable Speaker, I rise today to provide a ministerial statement as an update to the business mission to North America that was held on the 4th to the 14th of May of 2024. The business mission served as a crucial platform for fostering bilateral relations, enhancing trade and economic relations with the North American region, and most importantly, reconnecting or rekindling our connections to our diaspora. The business mission was organized in partnership with Investment Fiji, the Fiji Trade Commission of North America, and the Ministry of Trade, Micro, Small and Medium Enterprises and Communications. It featured business forums, networking, diaspora events, business meetings, site visits, and meetings with government officials, investors across 3 locations, namely Surrey in British Columbia, San Francisco in America, California, and Toronto in Ontario, Canada. It was an absolute honor, sir, to lead this unique Fijian delegation composed of government representatives, private sector investors, and our exporters. Not only was this large mission to the North American region, which had over 25 delegates representing a wide range of businesses and agencies, we also visited the 3 separate locations, as I have mentioned. Members of the Fiji delegation included senior representatives from Investment Fiji, Ministry of Trade, the FNPF, Fiji Airways, Itauke Land Trust Board, BSP Life, Outsource Fiji, Ministry of Lands and Mineral Resources, the Trade Commission, and we were accompanied by Fiji's honorary consuls. The delegation also included exporters from Agro Marketing Authority of Fiji, Green Cavalicious Fiji, Please Global Limited, Renvis Farm and Fresh Produce, Sea and Soil Fiji, Lami Kava, Green Gold Kava, and Road King Farms. Given this mission had both an investment delegation and an exporter delegation, separate programs were coordinated on selected days when the investment delegation had separate meetings from the exporters. The exporter delegation engaged in Fiji and island stores, warehouse distribution visits, and had an opportunity to meet and engage in dialogue with store owners on Fiji products, particularly in the Bay Area in the United States, and also in Ontario, Canada, and Surrey. The business forums were the marquee events at each location, which enabled delegations to present to invited participants on Fiji's economic overview, investment opportunities, business environment and incentives, key travel statistics, Fiji tourism sector, key markets, and future plans. Agencies such as Outsource Fiji, TLTB, and the Ministry of Lands presented in the business forums together with FNPF and BSP Life. Notably, sir, at the business forum in San Francisco, senior executives from both Google and the wonderful company presented on their investment plans for Fiji. And it set the stage for 2 of Fiji's largest investors to speak very positively about Fiji's potential and their future plans. In that meeting, Mr. Speaker, sir, Fiji Water, a wonderful company, made their announcements about commercial agriculture in Fiji. We believe in this side of the House that it is a transformative announcement for our country. And at the same time, Google, who is fast approaching its entry date to Fiji, which is sometime this year, announced or reconfirmed their entry into Fiji and the exciting prospects that lay ahead in terms of our engagement between us and Google. The Business Forum offered exporters an opportunity to display their products and to present their products to the invited participants. This provided an opportunity for businesses and importers from North America to engage. It was also seen that the presence of our diaspora is quite large and, for me, Honourable Speaker, very exciting. Canada particularly is a place where we have perhaps neglected over the years. In particular in Ontario, where the mission provided a great platform to reconnect with our diaspora and meet with our business leaders and government officials and reintroduce perhaps their country of birth to them, Honourable Speaker, and invite them to come and do business at home. In addition, Honourable Speaker, to the 3 business forums, there were a significant number of high-level trade and investment-related meetings. This included meetings with senior representatives of Google at the Google Cloud campus, and we also visited the wonderful company's pomegranate and solar facility in Delray, San Francisco, which probably forebodes what the wonderful company of Fiji Water plans to do in Fiji, sir. They plan to replace their currently diesel-powered factory with solar. Mr. Honourable Speaker, sir, as some of our diaspora members would say, or I would like to say, they have become sleeper agents in North America. And of course, as I had mentioned, we have invited them to return back home and together rebuild Fiji. I would like to acknowledge, Honourable Speaker, the hardworking people in North America who work behind the scenes to ensure not only the success of the business mission, but we were welcomely warmed as if we never left Fiji. In Surrey, Honourable Speaker, we were honoured to be accorded a traditional welcome by the Semayamu First Nations and the Tauke community. This was coordinated by our Tauke Cultural Society in British Columbia, including a Talanoa session at the Peace Ark Heritage Hall in Surrey. The Fijian Association of Canada also hosted a community event with discussions focused on diaspora investment, tourism growth, and economic diversification at the Fijian Centre in Surrey, Canada. The Fiji Association of Canada has been the cornerstone of the diaspora unity for the past 56 years, making it the largest Fijian association outside Fiji. At San Francisco, a Talanoa session was also organized for the Bay Area diaspora, where they were informed of investment opportunities and incentives in Fiji, along with issues, the challenges faced by the diaspora community there. In Ontario, Canada, sir, the Fiji Association warmly welcomed the Fiji delegation and hosted us to both the networking and community business event. As we proactively continue to rebuild Fiji, Honourable Speaker, I wish to assure the diaspora community in North America that we have heard their concerns and raised them in the margins of the business mission and are working towards addressing their issues. The coalition government, of course, will try and ensure that their issues are addressed. We are working closely with the Department of Immigration to address some issues raised by our diaspora regarding to passport and citizen services, and hopefully we can provide some solutions in the near future. I would like to talk briefly about CAVA, Honourable Speaker. The opportunity to meet with the CAVA-based, US-based CAVA associations and various actors in the CAVA sector was indeed timely to capitalize on the large growing market for CAVA in the United States. During the mission, Fiji's kava exporters who were part of the delegation met key large Western market and Pacific Island diaspora buyers who import and distribute kava to kava bars, retail, and online. Just as an aside, sir, there are about 400 kava bars in the West Coast, including Miami, sir, and they are growing at about 10 per month, I am told. As the kava industry is anticipated to become a billion-dollar industry in the future, the business mission reinforced the desire to continue to pursue the kava bill in the interest of protecting the kava industry and establishing quality and food safety standards of Fiji's kava. Mr. Speaker, sir, there is massive, huge potential in kava. We as a country need to play our part and ensure that kava is exported to the United States that meets the FDA and import requirements, and of course, by extension, create more jobs and wealth in Fiji. Honourable Speaker, in terms of the leg to Ontario, we did meet with the Government of Ontario. I had the privilege of meeting the Premier of Ontario and the Minister for Intergovernmental Affairs, the Honourable Doug Ford, a very inspirational leader, where we had very positive discussions around areas of mutual understanding, cooperation, and opportunities for trade and investment. I also had the opportunity to meet with the Speaker of the Legislative Assembly in Ontario, Honourable Ted Arnott, and the delegation was provided a private tour and also welcomed in the Legislative Assembly of Ontario. Subsequently, we met with the Minister of Agriculture, Food and Rural Affairs, the Honourable Lisa Thompson, and the Associate Minister for Small Business and Economic Development and Job Creation, Honourable Nina Tagri, with discussions that centered around potential areas for collaboration and support. In Ontario, so we also attended some high-level meetings and networking events. A significant one was, of course, being hosted to a private, invite-only networking event by the Toronto Dominion Banking Group. The TD Banking Group is one of the 5 largest banks in Ontario, in Canada. And we were invited by senior members of that bank to share the perspectives on Fiji. There are some potential leads that have come out of that discussion, Honourable Speaker. In North America and in our discussions in South America, sir, we also had very fruitful discussions along the way. Honourable Speaker, I guess in terms of trade missions, there is always the question of what are you bringing back to your home country? I'm pleased to report that in terms of potential investment generated from the meetings, there was about 108 million leads generated through trade and investment potential, and that's excluding the 200 million that is currently going to be invested by Google in a data center, and also I'm happy to report that there will be delegations from Canada coming into Fiji very soon. Honourable Speaker, from what we saw during the visit, there is substantial potential in the North American region for trade and investment, including, Honourable Speaker, diaspora investment. This mission has acted as a platform to connect with the diaspora, meet current and potential investors, develop networks, and strengthen our relationships within government agencies and partners of Fiji. I wish to assure this august House that we will continue to explore and strengthen our networks in the North American region. The Canadian opportunity, sir, is quite exciting. particularly when it has the same demographics and dynamics as the Australian economy. And it's almost like as if we were entering another major opportunity, Honourable Speaker, when we visited Canada, and we look forward to further engagements with Canada and the Canadian businesses over the next few months. Before I end, Honourable Speaker, I would like to place on record my appreciation for those who helped, particularly those on the ground that helped with the putting together of the event, and I particularly name the honorary consuls in the US and also Canada, and also Mr. Sam Basra, who was instrumental in putting together the visit to Canada. Honorable Speaker, on all matrices, this first visit by this government into North America has been a success. And we look forward to continuing to work together with both the US and Canada to explore the opportunities that lie ahead of us. Thank you for this opportunity to deliver this ministerial statement, sir. Naksa Walio.